we're at number 9, and number 9 is going out after dark. Now, I was mentioning this to another friend, and he said, his response was, "What do you mean? I like going out after dark. I'm not going to stop going out." To each his own. We're not telling you what to do. We're just telling you, that these are high-risk behaviors. And you can go out after dark all you want, and clearly the later it gets, the more dangerous it gets. But still, we are very strict about not going out after dark if we can help it. And we do try very hard, and most of the time we are not out after dark.
Gonna use the cheese.
Chicken quiche,
I don't know.
Japanese red baked potato,
Welcome to Frank and Angie's channel, where we discuss the retire early lifestyle, whether it's at home or abroad. Thanks for coming to our channel. 10 deadly expat mistakes. Talking about expat safety and security tips. We've talked about these in our publications in the past, and now we're sharing them in our videos. And here they are. In the spirit of helping people stay safe when they go abroad, we see people making these mistakes over and over, and they get into big trouble. Let's see if we can help you out. These are serious issues that people a lot of times take for granted. When they do that, they end up in trouble. And you've heard of some of these already before, and some of these you may be surprised or maybe not. Number 1, wearing jewelry, expensive watches, rings, earrings. And it's amazing how many people do this, and they don't want to stop doing it, and it gets them into trouble. But in a lot of these places, you stand out when you do that, and you become a target. All right, carrying a smartphone outwardly, like I was walking around in Panama. I even had it over here once, and I had it turned around so you couldn't see it. But just because the cover was a gold color, it's the only one they had when I bought the plastic cover. I would have got just a regular black one, but I noticed it was getting a lot of people looking at it. So, put it somewhere where it's not visible. But people get into big trouble just by carrying their phones, especially around outdoors and even during the daytime. All right, here's one that might surprise you. Speaking English. Just speaking English loudly anywhere, walking around, it just makes you stand out as a foreigner, and it just makes you a target. Speaking English loudly on buses. This is a biggie. Buses are even, I have to separate just speaking English outdoors from speaking English on buses. Speaking English on buses, this is something that I explained this to an American before we got on a bus. I said, now don't be speaking English loudly, because I don't know what it is about buses. Maybe it's because they're noisy, but Americans think that it's okay to shout when they're on a bus. Well, even though I warned him, he still was shouting on the bus. Sure enough, some pickpockets came around. Now, I spotted him, but he was a little bit further up in the bus, and he got picked. Sure enough, he got pickpocketed. So yeah, there's the thing about doing it on a bus is that you're almost 100% likely to get pickpocketed on a bus. Speaking English out in the streets, at the very least, you'll just get simply overcharged. I've seen prices double just because people heard English language. And you just attract the wrong kind of attention. Carrying a wallet in the back pocket, that's another thing. Carrying it in the back pocket itself makes you a target for pickpocketing and theft. I bring it up because it's a habit. It's an old habit that I lost a long, long time ago. I don't even carry wallets anymore. But carrying it in the back pocket is about the worst thing you could do. Now, not being aware of how locals look for the purposes of attempting at least to do your best to blend in. That's self-explanatory. I mean, the more you can blend in, the less likely you are to become a target. And, you may think, oh, I'll never blend in, but really just little things, if you're very observant about how the locals look and you just do some little things. This is one of those things that you can never try hard enough to blend in, and it's always going to help you, even if it's just a little effort. It will help you to blend in. Now here's one that might surprise you: following shills. Yes, a lot of people follow shills. There's plenty of them all over the internet, and they really work for promotions and advertising and retire abroad companies. When you follow them, you're subjecting yourself to the kind of information that lends itself to obscuring some of the important things that they don't want to mention, because they don't want to affect the utopia and paradise outlook of a place, and so they don't really bother to tell you the ins and outs. And following shills in many cases is detrimental to your safety and to your experience. We talk a lot about that, so I won't go into it here. Paying more for everything than all of the locals. Well, that's kind of blends in with some of these others that we just mentioned. When you pay more for everything, listen, everybody's going to know it. Whether it's your rent or whatever it is that you do, you show up and you pay the most for everything. And we had some friends that came down to Ecuador, and they read our publications, and we mentioned this in our books. And they were renting in a subdivision, and they went around and they asked the neighbors how much they were paying for rent, and it turned out he actually confirmed that they were paying the highest rent in the whole subdivision. And so with that, he realized that what I was explaining in our publications was true and correct. Yeah, that makes you a target, and you will have false friends. People will approach you and be friendly for all the wrong reasons. All right, so I haven't been numbering them, but we're at number 9, and number 9 is going out after dark. Now, I was mentioning this to another friend, and he said, his response was, "What do you mean? I like going out after dark. I'm not going to stop going out." To each his own. We're not telling you what to do. We're just telling you, that these are high-risk behaviors. And you can go out after dark all you want, and clearly the later it gets, the more dangerous it gets. But still, we are very strict about not going out after dark if we can help it. And we do try very hard, and most of the time we are not out after dark. It's just easier. The freaks come out at night. You heard the song from years ago, and it's true. It's it just puts you at risk, and it's not necessary. There's nothing that you can do at dark that you can't do during the day, in most cases. So anyway, number 10 is, going out after dark and being intoxicated. Whether you're intoxicated during the day, you would think that these are the kind of things that people would just already know, but being intoxicated is number 10, and bonus would be being a woman alone. Woman alone is at risk. It isn't politically correct to say so, but it's the truth. And a lot of bad things happen to women alone, and it's something people want to argue for some reason, as if, like on our blogs when we wrote articles on it, people show up and they argue for some reason. They think argument changes the facts, at least they want people to believe that it would. And it isn't the case. Just a warning to you, you can do what you want. We're not telling people how to live. Those are the 10 things we've always told our followers in our publications. Now we're sharing it in our videos. I hope you understand it's for your own good. Take it or leave it. It's up to you. Thank you for listening to our channel, and I hope we've inspired you to be safe in your retire early abroad. Have a nice day.